Good morning, good evening, friends, wherever you find me yapping here. I appreciate you. I really do mean that. I think SoFi is just, I think it is going to shock people. I think it is a $50 stock. I think it's a $100 stock into the near future. I really do mean that. I may take junk off that comment. I'm sure I will. But that's okay because I believe that there are moments and times in our life that are special, and we are in a very special, very special moment right now in the stock market. And I think people are about to make decisions that are going to change their life over the next 5-10 years, 100% with their portfolios. So whether you have $5, $10, $100, you can do some good here for your future. I really do mean that. Friends, I want to first dig into SoFi here, talk about Applied Digital too. But SoFi, I've said this too, and I'm gonna sound like a broken record with things, but it's such a treasure map right now to what is coming potentially here over the next 40 days in this market. Okay, so I said this on the other video here. So if you're listening, I can't thank you enough for listening to this video too. But man, so if this deal gets locked up with Putin and Trump, they wrap this up, that is going to be just go right into the market. It's going to bleed right into the market for good. It's going to drive up the market. Second, if we get rate cuts this year, if the Feds cut rates here in September, which we're thinking they will, it's kind of hard to believe they would not. It's kind of hard to believe Jerome would not do it. He's being so pressed right now to do it. I mean, he's definitely going to be in big trouble if he doesn't. But from Mr. Trumpy, but we're just going to say they're going to, okay? So what this could do, this could take SoFi along with the market, but SoFi, even SoFi finally at this $20, $23 range that it finds itself in right now, which is still, I think, undervalued and underappreciated, it could skyrocket SoFi into insane numbers here. I think SoFi this time next month, if we see rate cuts, could easily push into $30, $40, $50, okay? And then on top of that, if the Fed say, hey, we're actually going to do 2 more rate cuts this year, oh my God. Okay, so imagine this fairy tale story that we're reading here, okay? We're gossiping, we're girls in here, we're gossiping at the table. Okay, let's think about this. If we get a rate cut in September, we get a rate cut in, I don't know, October, December. My God, do you know what the market's going to do? That 7,000 point S&P 500 that Tom Lee's talking about, we're getting it. SoFi still has Q3 here, just, a little bit to go here. 2 months from now, 2.5 months from now. And then we still got Q4 to round it all out. So SoFi too, great news for you if you're a SoFi investor or you're thinking about it. Those great things, ending the war, trade deals with Russia, maybe, we're really dreaming now. Rate cuts, multiple rate cuts, we're dreaming even more. Then on top of that, SoFi keeps pushing in. Q3 comes out, it's fantastic. Maybe Q3 here with SoFi will be somewhere, it will undoubtedly be somewhere in $900 million range for Q3. Okay, fantastic. All right, that obviously should be somewhere very close to that. Okay, now Q4, okay, we're going in the beginning of 2026 here when it'll come out. Maybe SoFi can push into $1 billion quarterly. Oh boy, now we're talking about heavy money. Now we're talking about SoFi being in this $50, $60, $70 range here, because the feeding frenzy that will come from all of this hypersonic news that is pushed into the market at that point within a very small time frame where we're talking right now. I mean, the pedal could be getting pushed here very soon, and it could be unbelievable what's coming here. So This is why I cannot stress enough. So if you know about SoFi, you've been with SoFi, you know it's an outstanding company. It's outstanding stock that's been releasing just devastating quarterlies, just killing quarterlies here for the bears. I don't think there's too many people that are listening to me talk here like, what is this SoFi company? What's going on here? Friends, I'm saying this for people that have been locked and loaded in SoFi. And obviously, if you're new to SoFi, you're going to do well here. There's still a lot of meat left on the bone, what's coming here. So I think that, listen, I'm obviously, I am a greedy investor, and I want the best for us as investors. So I am hoping that all of this stuff unfolds before us in the next 40, 50 days of this huge thing wrapping up with Putin and Trump. It turns into a trade deal maybe. We see rate cuts come here. We see another round of third quarterlies with all these tech stocks, banks, and everything come out with face-melting quarterlies here. This could be a historic moment in the history of the United States of America stock market right now. I cannot stress that enough to anyone right now. This is fundamentally life-changing moment, okay? Now, obviously, this is all unknown. None of this could happen, but I'm willing to take the chance. Because at the end of the day, SoFi is still a fundamentally fantastic company. What's going on with it right now, it's still a great investment. But what I'm trying to tell you is that this could really leapfrog into crazy numbers here and really take SoFi to the actual evaluation of where it could be with hype, FOMO, and pushing into what could be coming here with quarterlies down the road. Because I would say 5 years down the road, if SoFi is still finding all of this business, all these people to make customers, and pushing into these quarterlies that are just fantastic, we could be talking a handful of years from now, SoFi will be coming out with I don't know, $2 billion quarterlies, $2.5 billion quarterlies. That could be happening before we know it 100%. So, be excited with what's going on with SoFi, friends. Really, be excited. And Applied Digital, I think that Applied Digital is just this amazing opportunity in the market right now, and especially with stocks like this, companies like this in general, to where we're having these huge data centers be built. They're almost like security centers at this point because obviously they're holding very, delicate information. But Applied Digital so far this year has made outstanding money. Now the quarterlies this year have been choppy, but choppy in a very good way because they've still this year came out with crazy money, more money than they've ever made here. So it's a hard pitch to say I wouldn't trust the quarterlies. They missed one or two here. I get that, but the thing too is they're in a whole new revenue stream now. They've shown that hey, we're actually doing very well. We're not hitting what you think we're going to hit, what these analysts want us to hit, but still our revenue is driving up right now, and this is a very special time for the company. So there's still more to come with that, how they reveal their quarterlies throughout the year. But the stock is alive, man. It is a very lively stock, Applied Digital. And I think Applied Digital has all of the momentum to stay above this $10 range, if not get to, this $18 range here. Look at D-Wave. D-Wave, it came out with a lesser than expected quarterly, but still D-Wave's holding this crazy evaluation on the stock price. But I get it too with arguing about that. I get it because quantum computing, people go if I'm going to be in a quantum computing stock, that's one I'm going to be in right now. So Applied Digital, I know I've seen a lot of you say you've been swing trading it, and my God, it's allowed that 100%. But Applied Digital too, if it continues this year even if it's not hitting these quarterlies, but it's still in this whole new high revenue area where it finds itself at, the stock is gonna do well this year. It's going to stay above this $10, $15 range, and the high point that we could see here this year is $18, maybe more. But And that's just if quarterlies kind of stay where they're at right now. That's really what I'm focusing on right now. So it's a wild card. It's a wild stock right now, and I think it's a really fun, investment opportunity for a lot of people. It's really unique. Friends, I appreciate you being here. I really do mean that. I think we are in a wild time in the market. Like I said, I think this is a historic moment for the United States stock market. The NASDAQ, the S&P, the Dow. Wow. Friends, take care of yourself, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, everyone.